Thank you for joining us on What You Own, Why You Own It. This quarter, we'll be focusing on Tim Hortons. Born in Cochrane, Ontario, January 12, 1930, Tim Horton played on 4 Stanley Cup teams and was a 6-time All-Star in a career spanning 22 seasons. Some people even credit Tim with inventing the slap shot. But Tim realized that his hockey career would not last forever and sought to find a clever way to add to his hockey salary, finally deciding to try his luck in the coffee and donut business.
I'd like to say thank you to all you nice people in the Hamilton and Burlington districts and in Galt and Brantford and Kitchener-Waterloo for enjoying my donuts.
We'd like to thank you for paying for a hockey night in Canada, too.
And in 1964, the first Tim Hortons franchise opened in Hamilton, Ontario. Since then, Tim Hortons has become a prominent fixture in the Canadian landscape, with growing visibility in the United States. Now there are 4,014 system-wide locations, serving 2 billion cups of coffee annually. 43% of customers visit more than 3 times a week, and 8 out of every 10 cups of coffee served in Canada are poured at a Tim Hortons location. The Canadian food service sector is a $46 billion a year industry, and the quick-serve restaurant model accounts for 63%. 4 out of every 10 visits to a quick-serve restaurant are made to a Tim Hortons location. Tim Hortons has a proven business model. The typical model is rent based on 8.5 to 10% of sales and royalties based on 3 to 4.5% of sales. Tim Hortons has a proven business model. In Canada, Tim Hortons has targeted an additional 600 locations between 2010 and 2013. The highest growth markets include Quebec, Western Canada, and Ontario. The first U.S. location was opened in 1984, and the number has grown significantly. The next step in development outside of North America is a master license agreement with the apparel group from Dubai for up to 120 multi-format restaurants over 5 years. Since the shares in Tim's became available to the public in 2006, the company has generated over $13 billion in revenue, had operating expenses of $11 billion, and generated excess cash of $2.3 billion. Over that time frame, the business has paid out $419 million in dividends, which has grown from $27 million in 2006 to $110 million at the end of 2011. In addition, the company repurchased $937 million worth of shares over the same time frame, with a planned repurchase of $445 million in 2011. The benefit to shareholders has been clear: growing profits distributed amongst a smaller number of shareholders. The business that Tim Hortons started 47 years ago as a way to make money in the off-season has not only provided jobs for many Canadians, it has also provided a good return for shareholders. On behalf of the unit holders and shareholders of Value Partners Investments, we'd like to thank Tim Horton, Ron Joyce, and the rest of the team for making Tim Hortons an important part of the Canadian landscape. Thank you once again for joining us on What You Own, Why You Own It.